What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, What's Up G, back with another banger, and I am the best reporting on hip hop and entertainment. Now, look, we got a poll, like apparently Wack 100 then crashed out on DJ Academics on stream, but from what I understand, DJ Academics been doing a little weird stuff to Wack 100 behind the scenes, and Wack 100 been calling him out in front of people, which I respect more than anything. So let's get into it. My man Flacco got an update for us, and I'm gonna talk to y'all at the end.
Wack 100 crashed out on DJ Academics on live stream in front of everybody, like blacked out on Act. And it all started because Academics kept asking him questions that he felt had an ulterior motive and he didn't like it. Now, I feel like Academics began to ask Wack certain questions because Wack started off the conversation calling DJ Academics the police for essentially solving Takeoff's murder.
Right now, you doing some police because now you talking about that don't nobody know about. That this is the police don't even know about it. You know what I'm saying? Their first lead. If the police's first lead is you, or if the information you gave up solved the crime, right, or any type of like that, yeah, then you're doing police.
By your definition, what I did with Takeoff is not the police because
No, they didn't. They didn't. No, your information is not included in their investigation. But when you was freezing and stalling and this got this shirt on, that rules him out and this out, it's no doubt in my mind they may have watched it. I don't think they were going to put it in their report because it would have took away from their expertise.
No.
They don't want to put it
Hey, Wack, hold on. You see, I'm a civilian. So I'm telling people that stream, I was trying to solve the murder, and I would do it again. And if any of my favorite rappers get hurt or die, I'm solving the murder live. It's fine. Give me a badge. I don't care. There's no expectations of me. You see, you're a little bit different.
Yeah, but
because
you know this act.
You kill my favorite rapper, I'm doing a marathon of snitching. 30 days and 30 nights, bruh. I'm not hopping off stream until that murder solved. We chasing leads on stream. We talking to witnesses on stream.
I would say on this channel, if the information is already out, we could talk about it. I would say Mo 3 was one of my favorite rappers. I do report on it, but I don't go in depth basically trying to solve the situations. I let the police do their job. That's how it's always been for me growing up. Just let the police do their job. And we take it from there.
We reviewing footage from cell phones on stream. We gonna have that murder solved before I hop offline. And that's just a fact. So, yeah, bruh, I contributed to trying to solve Takeoff murder too. And Takeoff ain't even my favorite rapper, not even top 10 of my favorite, right? So, bro, can you imagine what I would do if y'all try to smoke Rocco Ballin? Yo, can you imagine what I would do if y'all try to smoke somebody like, I don't know, bruh, Drake? Yo, I dare one of y'all to go try to smoke Nino Payne, bruh. Oh. Bro, you'll be in jail doing 90 years, bro, within a week, bro. The fastest trial ever known to mankind, bro. So much evidence, bro. They arrested you and gave you 90 years in a week. That's a fact. But why called out DJ Academics just a little bit?
Man, y'all, whoever he just named, I'm guessing they West Coast rappers. Y'all better come give this man an interview. He just gave you the ultimate fan card, not in a bad way though, because he's saying like, yo, I'm that much of a fan. I think that's fire to have fans like that. I aspire to have fans like that one day. That was fire, but at the same time, they are civilians. You get what I'm saying? They not doing nothing illegal. And if that's how they feel, then that's what they're going to do. I don't find nothing wrong with it. I think Wack is trying to press some street situations on DJ Academics. And ain't nobody trying to hear that. DJ Academics has been a civilian. He said he's a civilian. Poetic Flacco is a civilian. What? It ain't no problem with that. That's a great thing. I love that. I love that part of them that didn't choose that route and they doing something positive in their own aspect. Even though if there's fans on left and the right side that don't like them, they're still not out here doing all the stuff that Wack 100 would promote. So let's get it, y'all. Keep going.
But it was still positive. But Academics tried to flip the script on Wack, and it pissed off Wack a little bit, right? So after Wack brought up Takeoff, Academics then brought up Big U.
But in the Big U thing, you don't think you putting it online? Remember you said like it wasn't public content because it was only private call at that point. You putting it online.
Yeah, but we didn't, bro. You got to remember, bro. The same call we got when they told 600.
Academics and Wack are really good friends, but they have this Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless relationship that I feel like is gold for the camera. Because when they get on camera together or when they do content together, it becomes this thing where like it's a competition. Like they're competing. Like they're trying to get the best out of the other person. Just like Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, right? Skip Bayless will literally like slam his hand on the desk and get personal and go below the belt. I feel like that's what Wack 100 and Akademiks kind of have is like a Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless relationship. Now, Akademiks would go further and begin to prowl in things that makes Wack 100 very upset. So after the Big U thing, Akademiks then transitioned to a call that Wack 100 had with regarding Jay Prince, right? I believe people called Wack 100, telling Wack 100 that, if he fears for his life, Wack 100 kept the super player, let them know that no, Jay Prince has never threatened him. Him and Jay Prince are not enemies. They're cool. So the fans called Wack about Jay Prince, but Wack held it down, right? Wack didn't incriminate Jay Prince at all. So Akademiks actually brought that up to Wack, trying to throw a little wrench in it. And watch Wack get upset at Akademiks for bringing that up.
When you released the call or even defending Jay Prince, were you defending Jay Prince or you were trolling him? Because you released that a federal agent called you about Jay Prince.
They definitely called me. Look, you know what that call let me know, bro?
What?
Either him or somebody close to him or somebody in his camp been on that phone talking hot. That's the only reason why somebody had to make some type of threat or something for them to call me. So here goes the thing. I got a few options, right?
Wait, they call you from a number or it was like no caller ID?
No, just a number. I answer all my calls. Man, I don't give people tell you Wack answer, right? So either I could have hung up and then that man went, he's that scared and they still investigate him, right? For whatever they heard about me on their phones, right? Or I have the conversation and let them know that's bull. Me and dude ain't got no issues. Now they have.
So you try to help him out, really?
There you go.
Akademiks is trying to walk Wack 100 into something right now, but Wack is savvy enough and he sees it coming, so he's trying to avoid it. But Akademiks keep setting different traps. Now the audio that they're referring to is an audio that I think Wack 100 put out or somebody put out about 2 years ago. Is when somebody who claimed to be an agent, I think, contacted Wack 100 about Jay Prince. And here's the audio so you guys can understand how that conversation went.
Yes, sir. And James Prince Sr.?
I mean, I wouldn't have no information other than just me helping with a Larry Hoover project.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, that's what I'm kind of wanting to talk to you about.
Okay. Well, what's wrong with working on a Larry Hoover project?
No, sir. No, nothing's wrong whatsoever with it. I'm glad someone is advocating for him. That wasn't the issue. I was just information has been provided that you've had some disagreements with Mr. Prince. Are you familiar with him?
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't have no issues with Mr. Prince.
Okay, so
I mean, a disagreement is a disagreement. I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
Well, I think Mr. Jones, on the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you a snitch and you calling him one, and all of that would be where
the audio gets out there, and Wack 100 is telling the agent, "Me and Jay Prince is good. I don't know what y'all are talking about. We have no issues. We're just businessmen who had a disagreement over business. I'm not a victim."
But the real follow-up question, Flacco, the real follow-up thing that you should be saying right now, Flacco, is if you going to paint that picture, Wack 100 on DJ Akademiks about not wanting to solve things and be street and X, Y, and Z, why are you even sitting here talking to a federal agent on the phone? No, you hang that phone, you tell them who your lawyer is, and you leave it at that. And you look forward to your lawyer contacting you. No, it sounds like you heard who it was on the phone. You told everybody in the room, hold up, I got to take this call, took a seat, Wack 100, and started having a conversation. If you going to press that type of situation on DJ Akademiks, then you got to hold yourself to the same standards. Why are you sitting down having a whole conversation? No, talk to my lawyer. There's nothing to talk about. Anything you sit here and say could end up being incriminating against yourself. You street, you the toughest big blood from the west side, right? What are we doing? Like, why are we doing these double standards? Let's keep going.
Y'all got to cut it out. So Academics is asking Wack 100 about this particular call. And listen, bro, this is like, bro, there's, yo, this content stuff is like chess. Yo, watch how Academics set this up.
Yeah, I've heard the feds want Big U. That's crazy. They're doing all this shit. You know what's so funny? No, not Big U, not Big U. I mean Jay Prince. Yeah, Jay Prince has this thing. Jay Prince has this thing he called courtesy call. It looked like the feds gave you a courtesy call about him. That's hilarious.
I don't know nothing about no feds wanting Jay Prince. I don't know nothing about that.
Well, I could say 6ix9ine.
I don't know nothing about that.
No, I'm not saying you know. I'll give you the information now. 6ix9ine told me in the 11th hour when he said it was a whole day of snitching. They asked him every question in the book. And they said after a while, they left, and there was a new set of feds that came in and said, what do you know about Jay Prince? Because they knew he had issues with him. He said he really didn't have much to say because he never knew them. But they wanted information, and that let him know they were looking into Jay Prince.
I don't know. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be real. That's all I know about Jay Prince.
I mean, you gotta know they're looking into it because they called you too.
I don't know nothing about that, bro. Stop playing with my.
No. I'm not saying you know nothing about it, but what I'm saying is, Wack, you're not listening.
Listen, they never told me. Hey, look, weirdo, you got the calls not edited. They never told me what the they heard. But I'm not stupid. In order for them to call me about him,
Wack, I'm not saying
heard something on one of them lines over there, right?
Wack. That's what I'm saying. If the feds call you about me, you'll be like, oh, the feds are looking into Act.
Like that.
Right?
All I know about Jay Prince is rap a lot.
No, you don't know nothing. I know.
Hold the up, bro. You brought him up.
I don't feel like Academics' assumption was out of bounds because if they are calling you about somebody, like for example, if the FBI call you about Poetic Flacco, then chances are they are investigating Poetic Flacco. Now, Wack 100 held it down for Jay Prince. He did Jay Prince a huge favor, let them know that him and Jay Prince got nothing going on. It's all content. So he did Jay Prince a favor. But I do feel like, it's a wise assumption that if they're calling you about somebody, the chances are they are investigating that person. Fair enough. I feel like Wack kind of seen where Academics was going, and he wasn't trying to go there, which is why Wack 100 was shutting everything down that Academics brought up. But I'm sure behind closed doors, Wack would probably say, yeah, bro, like if the FBI is contacting people about you, then they're probably investigating you. Now, this is where Academics really pissed Wack off, like really pissed him off. Academics, after setting the foundation, Academics would then tell Wack, hey, bro, isn't releasing the call while they are investigating Jay Prince, isn't that like witness tampering?
Yeah. Nah.
And what I didn't want to do is just hang the phone up because that looks like what? Maybe he is scared, right?
Yeah. That's
and I'm like, nah, I've never felt threatened. We know each other.
You spoke nicely of him. Did he ever tell you thanks?
I said it to him.
You sent the call to him?
That's a fact.
Oh shit!
I said it to him before I went on the internet.
Okay, now, Wack, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm not trying to get jammed up, but I'm just thinking out loud. You getting online and warning, or pretty much you essentially warn Big U.
I ain't warning shit.
Hold on,
I'm not
warning. You were intentionally trying to
warn. I ain't warning shit.
Wack, I'm not
Did
trying
you rape that girl at your house?
No, Wack, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay, then stop playing, Wack, bro. Every time you play with me, I'm gonna play with you, bro.
Wack. I'm not saying you intentionally warned, but that's how some people.
I didn't warn. I trolled it.
Okay. Let's go to the Big U thing, right? So if you're saying you sent a federal call to the niggas you're asking about, do you ever think about like they might be pissed at you to say, nigga, obstructed our investigation? What the fuck? You're telling the niggas you want to lock up.
I'll be real. Act would have got me, bro. I would have walked into that trap, bro. Yo, maybe because I'm slow. I couldn't even see that.
And not only that, you got to understand how tactical these guys are during conversations. You get what I'm saying? He was building that up for 5 minutes just to get him at the end of the conversation. And then you wonder why a lot of our young entertainers and rappers who go on Vlad TV, who go on Academics, they end up giving up all this information. It's because they're dealing with somebody who is better at conversating and getting stuff out of you, and you're usually just dealing with Lil Fizzle from the block. Lil Fizzle off 30 perks, been smoking all day, he off the lean. He go to talk to somebody who literally has been practicing destroying people in conversation for the last 10 years. It ain't gonna look good. But let's keep going, y'all.
Comment, bro. Bro, Academics asked Wack 100. Wack, did you know they were investigating Jay Prince? Well, because they called you, right? So, you can probably assume they were investigating Jay Prince, right? I don't know how Wack seen bro. Wack seen it from like a mile away. Man, Wack said, nah. I didn't know they were investigating him. Nah. I had no idea. And the reason why Wack said he has no idea is because Wack knows if you admit that you had firsthand knowledge that the FBI was investigating Jay Prince, but yet you released the call to tip him off, well, then that's obstruction. So Wack says, nah, hell nah.
Yeah.
Again, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. This is like high-level chess they're currently playing with this content stuff, bro. Again, this is why Ack is great at his job, and this is also why Wack is very good at what he does as well. Wack was able to see the trap 5 moves ago and avoid it. Ack was able to set up something that would have gotten anybody else. He would have gotten me with that. Yeah. So then, Academics kept pushing a little bit regarding the Jay Prince stuff, and Wack just unloaded on Academics, bro.
Wait, what are you talking about? You sound dumb as fuck. No fans call me about Big Q, dummy.
No, I'm talking about Jay Prince. I'm talking about Jay Prince. Like, if they see you...
Bro, what are you talking about? You sound dumb as fuck. They called and asked, I feel threatened. They called me, motherfucker.
But you say you sent it to him and you also put it out online. They might be like, yo, bro, what the fuck you doing?
Right, I did. I didn't tell him to call me. Yeah. This ain't no fuck, baby. Don't nobody know what else. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm only asking because maybe they're like, yo, you're obstructing our investigation when you're...
That's not obstructing, nigga. That's not obstructing because guess what? There was never a crime committed against me.
Okay, that's true.
Crazy, yo.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I do think, there's constant prediction, especially if there's proprietary information known. Like, for example, if I know... If
I don't know about... Hey, bro, here we look. Listen to me. If a nigga called you, if they call you tomorrow, hey, look, we calling, yeah, we heard Wack 100 wants to rob you and that he extorted you and that he took your gold chain last month. And you gonna be like, that's some bullshit that happened. Right? That's not you jeopardizing that mother telling the truth. It's a lie.
Hold on. Let me ask. I'm asking your opinion on this. If
Jay Prince
hold on.
Never
I don't even have to talk about Jay Prince. I'm gonna just make up a fictional scenario.
He ain't never threatened me, bro.
If I heard that they were gonna run a search warrant on my neighbor, like say somehow I got access to know that information, and I hit up my neighbor saying, yo, they're coming to kick your door in tomorrow, they're gonna run a search warrant. If they know that I did that, that's obstruction of justice. That's the charge. You don't think so?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. They called my phone.
I'm asking you a question. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I'm asking you a question. Like in theory, if
ain't them little niggas, I don't give a.
I'm talking about in theory.
Stop asking me police shit.
I'm talking about in theory. I'm just talking about in theory.
I told you 3 times that's police.
Police. All right.
Next I'm gonna start. I'm gonna ask you some shit.
I'll make up a different. And by the way, no.
Make up something.
Make up something. Make up something. Oh, nah, yo, bro, this is gold. Make up something because, Wack 100 is one of the savviest people to be on the internet. Yo,
I'm gonna say this. If you didn't understand how smart these guys are as media personnel, hopefully this gives you a view of it. And it also gives you a view of what it is for Kendrick Lamar, what he's going up against with Drake. Some of these dudes that are backing these dudes are doing a lot of media stunts. And they've been doing them. Now, this between Wack and DJ Akademiks, I think it's really weird that he would try to put that type of situation on Akademiks, but still you're sitting here talking to the police, you're putting out all this information. A lot of police type stuff at Wack 100, and I think all that stuff is weird. All right, so drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Has Wack 100 gone too far? Is DJ Academics? Are y'all just tired of DJ Academics like I am? It's getting insane. All right, so don't forget to drop a like on this, comment, subscribe. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, I love y'all. I'm out, y'all. Yeah, it's getting a